This is the Joseph Stevenson Podcast, the podcast teaching digital marketing concepts that helps your business grow. And now your host, Joseph Stevenson.
Welcome to episode 9 of the Joseph Stevenson Podcast. I am excited. Today is a little bit different than what I normally do. Instead of interviewing somebody, I am going to be playing the introduction to the audiobook version of my new book, which is the little book on digital marketing, keyword research. And so I will be having the audio version out sometime in the next couple of weeks on Audible, which will link right into the Amazon page as well and the Kindle page. So I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about the book. If you haven't checked it out yet, go to my website, josephstevenson.com, go to learn and then little book. And then you can see the little book on digital marketing, keyword research. We've been getting some great reviews, which makes me super happy. I feel like I'm accomplishing my goal, which was to take everything that I have learned in the last 17 plus years on keyword research and digital marketing in that realm and transfer it into a book so that people that are looking to learn it can actually learn the principles. And it is 100% everything that I can, everything that I can share. So there's no upselling. There's no, here's a secret at the end of each chapter. If you pay on my site, it is a straight physical book that I've written, hoping to share some of the things that I've learned. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to share the Audible version, which is read by me, the introduction on this podcast, and I hope you will go check it out. Introduction. Why I wrote this book and how it can help. Alice asked the Cheshire Cat, who was sitting in a tree, "What road do I take?" The cat asked, "Where do you want to go?" "I don't know," Alice answered. Then said the cat, "It really doesn't matter, does it?" Lewis Carroll, Alice Adventures in Wonderland. Why? The purpose of this book. I decided to write this book as the first in a series dedicated to digital marketing. I intend it to be a roadmap detailing where to go and in what order for maximum success. My hope is that it will provide a valuable resource to beginners and well-seasoned digital marketers who just need a good reference book. I am often emailed and called for advice on digital marketing by competitors, students, potential clients, and others. Usually I get calls because a website I was involved in marketing received higher visibility, creating a mad rush to find out what my secret sauce was for its success. I don't believe in any secret ingredients, but instead I focus on doing the right things over a long period of time, which will inevitably lead to greater results. This book and the books that will follow will focus on the different aspects of digital marketing that I found will produce great long-term results. Each on its own should be a good resource, but together they will make a blueprint for your online success. Things may change over time. Since digital marketing changes constantly, I would assume at some point this book will have outdated material. With that in mind, I will attempt to share general theory on how a specific skill or principle works, instead of specifically about a tool or website. I will use websites as examples and case studies, but my hope is to teach skills and not give a direct reference to a tool that may not be around in 10 years. As I wrote this book, Facebook and Pinterest were the top social media giants. If I had written this book 10 years ago, that wouldn't have been the case. Back then, if you had said MySpace would be dethroned, everyone would have mocked you. I'm not going to speculate on which direction things will go, but the basic principles of finding your market, targeting it correctly, and getting in front of the right customers will be true regardless of what online niche will be controlling the traffic at any given time. You may disagree with me. Digital marketing is a broad topic and interpreted so differently by a variety of experts. There are so many techniques that it would be impossible for me to write a guide and have it accepted by everyone. With that in mind, feel free to disagree with me. I would love feedback, and you can participate in online chapter discussions through my blog at https://josephstevenson.com. Go to the Learn area and click on the blog chapter that you are currently studying. Under the comments, I would welcome feedback, corrections, or additions you feel are necessary. If we disagree, I will gladly publish your opinion, as long as it is professional response, free from spam or vulgarity. You may also email littlebook@josephstevenson.com, and I will publish your comments from there as well. How? The process. This book is dedicated solely to keyword research. It is the first in a 10-part series on digital marketing. I will be publishing each book in this series in the order that I feel they should be read. By the end of the 10-part series, you will have the main principles I use in my marketing firm to achieve constant results for my clients and myself over time. Chapter structure. Each chapter is divided into 6 parts encompassing how, why, case study, goals and actions, end of chapter challenge, and citations. How. Once I have sold you on the idea, my goal is to teach you how to apply it in your own situation. I will give you examples of how I have used the technique and other resources so you can do the same. Why. This section will cover why this topic is important and how it can benefit you. It will contain examples and stories of success using this specific principle. Think of it as my sales pitch on whatever the chapter is on. Case study. This section will contain a real-life example of a company or companies that have applied the principles with great results. Things to ponder. In this section, I put the most relevant points to focus on. I suggest you reread this book occasionally to brush up on the skills you've learned, and the Things to Ponder section will give you the best overview and thought points. End of chapter challenge. I believe we learn best by practicing, so each chapter will end with a challenge. Even if you feel like you know everything about a specific subject, do the challenge. It will help you retain what you learned. Citations. I've listed all cited resources from the chapter here in case you prefer to wait until the end to look up the sources. I will also post the citations for each chapter on the blog for easier navigation. One final note. I intend this book to help business owners, marketing managers, students, and really anyone interested in digital marketing. There are so many online resources meant to give you 80 or 90% of the truth, with the rest available for purchase in a subscription or package. It can be frustrating when you're trying to learn a new skill to have some of the information withheld for a price. I hope that I can convey the full 100% of a principle so you don't feel ripped off or like you need more information at the end of a chapter. Although each chapter is set up to be read through the order it was written, feel free to skip around and write in the margins. After all, this is your book as much as it is mine. Diving in will be the best way for you to learn a new skill. Let's get going. Okay, so there is the introduction to the little book on digital marketing, keyword research. Thanks again for checking it out. It is available on Amazon right now, and the Audible book will be ready in a couple weeks, which I'm really excited about. And take a look. Feel free to comment on the blog. Shoot me an email, littlebook@josephstevenson.com. And thanks again. Have a great week.